You mind your manners. Let me tell you something right now real quick. You mind your manners. You watch your tongue and your blasphemy before you open your mouth. Richard Jefferson was warning you between the break. I'm warning you. Be careful about what you say, Max. The floor is yours. Be careful about what you say.
Concerned.
Max, do you?
Put the camera on. Put the camera on.
Here's the problem with Kawhi.
Ask for the camera. I dare you. Ask for the camera.
Say it.
Zoom in.
I want their reactions too. I want their reactions too. Look. The problem with everyone's stance on Kawhi is you've already made up your mind. There is nothing he can do to convince anyone. Let me show you what I mean. Last year in the Eastern Conference, I said Kawhi Giannis right now, that's actually for best player in the world.
Yeah.
Kawhi got him. He owned Giannis, who was the MVP. He's going to be the MVP again, Giannis. Owned him. Went through Embiid and Simmons with one of the most clutch shots in the history of the game. Had one of the best postseasons ever. And beat, obviously, a depleted Warriors team, because we all agree. If the Warriors are full strength, it doesn't matter how good you are. Like, one player not going to beat that team. That says nothing. That, oh, KD was hurt. If Kawhi was on the Warriors and KD was on the Raptors, the Warriors with a healthy Kawhi destroy the Raptors with a healthy KD. That doesn't prove anything.
What?
Here's the problem. That's right.
What?
Say that again?
If you put a healthy Kawhi on the Warriors and a healthy KD on the Raptors, the Warriors would have destroyed the Raptors. The Warriors have Steph and Clay and Dre. They're just too good.
They would have won.
Okay.
Steph and Clay. Okay.
People have made up their minds about Kawhi. And in the regular season, there are better players than him. He's close, but they're a little bit better. But the most leveraged games by far in a very long postseason are in the playoffs. And so if it's close in the regular season, but one guy's significantly better in the playoffs, he's the best, period. So Kawhi wins the finals MVP, wins the championship. That doesn't prove it to you. If he wins the finals MVP again this year on the Clippers, I'll hear more excuses why it's not him. I'm here to tell you, if Kawhi would have stayed in Toronto, they'd win the championship this year.
Stop with that.
This year?
This year.
With the Lakers and AD?
If Kawhi stayed in Toronto, they won the championship
Oh, my God. You should have your basketball
They got 18 wins without Kawhi.
I don't give a damn.
They don't get anything for him.
You watch your mouth. You heard that. You're silent. You silent right now. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you right now because your basketball card's about to be stripped. This Toronto, I know the Toronto Raptors are a good team.
Yeah,
I got to, with Kawhi, you trying to tell me that they would take out the Lakers, or they would take out a Clippers team with Paul George and let's say some other superstar, whatever. Really?
Yeah.
You don't even need to be talking basketball. Let me tell you something.
They got 18 wins. They just removed them from the team. They didn't trade them.
I heard you. I remember when Kawhi Leonard was on the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm not talking about when Zsa Jr. undercut him with that slick move and messed up his ankle, whatever. Even before that, they had won like 66, 67 games and got bounced out by Oklahoma City and KD. Let's remember that. Let's also remember that Kawhi just came on the scene. You talk about load management. He averaged 39 minutes per game last year in the postseason, and he did his thing, particularly against the Greek Freak when Nick Nurse switched and had him guarding the Greek Freak, picking him up at midcourt. We understand all of that, but we know that the Warriors depleted. We know what would have happened to him. I'm looking at Kawhi Leonard from this perspective. Top 5 player in the world. Everything that you said about his game is accurate. But I also know this. He has never been asked to carry the kind of load a LeBron James has carried. He has never been asked. No. That's please. Again, they were depleted. And by the way,
Sixers depleted.
Excuse me.
Were the Bucks depleted?
Don't get me started with the Sixers with Joel Embiid with his bipolar stuff, sitting there showing up one time or another. Hold on, wait a minute. But it still went Game 7, and he traveled on that game-winning shot. That's the truth. But that's fine. That's fine. Milwaukee. Listen, Milwaukee. I was never sold on Milwaukee. I'm more sold on them this year than I was last year. The jury is still out on whether or not Kawhi is that guy. And why I got on LeBron, this is my argument with LeBron on opening night. I know everything. Of course you're trying to fit Anthony Davis in. I'm like, it's opening night, dude.
Go get it.
We've been spending the whole offseason talking about this was the opening night of the season. You got to answer that call. And I want to know. This is where I'm going. I'm calling it. I'm saying this on national television.
Yeah.
If LeBron, I'm not talking about forgetting his game, of course. But if LeBron has that attitude, because you play with him, you know what I'm saying, you know where I'm going. If LeBron has that attitude, you know what, I'm getting real sick and tired of y'all sitting there. I'm getting just tired of that damn Max Kellerman talking about this. Let me handle this. If he has that attitude.
You think he wants that Kawhi smoke?
How about that? You think Kawhi won his smoke?
Does the freak?
Let me ask you a question.
Is there a short list of best defenders who ever lived?
Is there anybody?
His offense isn't even the thing.
I'm asking the question. Is there anybody in the NBA that want that smoke that Anthony Davis going to bring with LeBron?
No, offensive players always have the advantage. But Kawhi's offense is a half a tick below the best players in the league.
And one of them is LeBron, and he's a half a tick below.
His defense is significantly better.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.